Our next pitch is by Cierra Bobo, and she is the founder of Fly Life.
Good evening, everybody.
Your 5 minutes begins now.
Good evening. I'm excited. My name is Cierra Bobo. I'm excited to have a cool middle name. I got to tell Jason Radical Russell that I could be a part of the cool middle name family now. So I'm excited about that. But most of my friends call me Fly, and I am the founder of Fly Life, which is a girls' mentorship program based in Atlanta. And here's the thing, though. A lot of people know me to be in the community and to be a founder of Fly Life. But what a lot of people don't know is that I was born to a 16-year-old mother, and my father was addicted to crack cocaine most of my childhood. Now, I want to give you a little glimpse of what that's like of growing up with a father that's addicted to crack. Is you deal with a lot of insecurity, and oftentimes you feel rejected because you're like, man, I wish I could have my daddy little girl moment, but you're not able to because, unfortunately, my father was dealing with a sickness that was beyond me at the time, and he couldn't even recognize me at moments, and at times he wasn't even present to be in my life. However, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to take that, and I met a young lady a couple years ago, and I want to share a text message that she texted me about 2 months ago that was really powerful. She texted me and she said, Fly, I need to talk to you about something. And I respond back. I say, hey, sis. She said, Cierra, I cut myself. And I began to ask her why. And this is what it said. It said, my dad told me that he doesn't care about me. He doesn't like me. He is done with me. And I didn't do anything. Now, this is a text message, a true text message that I got. And just in honor of her and to make sure I protect her name because she's a minor, we're going to call her KW today. So KW texts me this, and I began to think, wow, I remember, my dad never told me he didn't want me, but I remember the times that he was out struggling with his drug addiction, and he wasn't able to be there for me, and how I felt so lonely, how I felt so confused, how I felt so rejected, how I felt so insecure, how I felt so scared, and I felt like I didn't have anybody that I could talk to. So here she is cutting herself. I did a little bit of research. I realized that she's not the only one. Amongst Americans from the ages of 10 to 24, suicide is the third leading cause of death. 157,000 people in that age range are seen for medical care for self-inflicted injuries, according to the CDC. So this is a real issue. This is a real problem that we have, and KW is not alone. This is why I started Fly Life, for girls like me, for girls who were told by their fifth grade teacher that I wouldn't amount to anything because of the neighborhood I came from. For girls like me who were told that because my dad wasn't in my life that I would be fast or I have a child early like my mom did at 16. I started Fly Life for that reason. And I go into the inner city schools, and I've been blessed to speak to over 100,000 young people across this nation. But here's the thing about Fly Life. Fly Life is really, we have a motto that I kind of stole from Andy Stanley, but I believe in going deep. Shout out to Andy Stanley. But I believe in going deep instead of wide. And so Fly Life is stationed in College Park, Georgia only. And so our goal is to stay within feeder schools. Although I'm a traveling speaker myself, I put Fly Life there, and Fly Life has an annual conference where we reach hundreds of girls every year, as well as we have chapter meetings where we're able to meet with these girls on a weekly basis because we believe that consistency is the key to the breakthrough. Now, over thousands of girls have trusted Fly Life and decided to allow us to empower them to be fly inside out. So we took their trust and we added technology to it and innovation. And we said, you know what, 79% of teenagers, number one form of communication is instant messaging. So I said, okay, wow. Teens often text me when they're going through critical situations, and instant message is their favorite form of communication. Hey, how about this solution? How about an instant messaging app for girls? We decided to get with our team, and we created a prototype. KW inspired this because one text message to me saved her life. And if you guys have been watching the news lately, you've seen the case where the young man texted his girlfriend, and it ended his life. So here's what our app is able to do. It's going to be a free app on both platforms. Girls will have a public forum where they could text and ask questions. They'll be able to respond to each other. Of course, because they're teenagers, we have a button where you can report inappropriate questions. And also, they'll be able to instant message their mentor, such as me, and I'll be able to respond, and you can send an urgent notification in case it's an emergency, as well as have emergency contacts available. Please invest $5,000 to help us finish our prototype so we can save other young ladies' lives like we save KW's.
Great job. Trip, what question do you have for Fly?
Thank you for what you're doing, first of all. I'm just interested in, outside of the app right now, what does it look like for a girl to be plugged in to Fly Life on a day-to-day basis?
Well, to be in our chapter meetings, you have to be in College Park because, like I said, I believe in deep and not wide. However, we do have one-on-one mentoring that we're launching this year. We have several mentors on our team, including volunteers. And what we do is if a girl is in the metro Atlanta area, we team them up with one of our volunteers, and we take them through our curriculum. We actually have curriculum books. We have journals for each girl. Like, we develop, like, weekly basis curriculum that help girls recognize their fly and become fly inside and out.
Thank you so
Really
much.
cool.
I love it.